The story behind Here Comes the Sun, why George Harrison needed to escape the Beatles, coming up on Rock Music History Lesson. George Harrison wrote Here Comes the Sun in Eric Clapton's garden using one of Clapton's acoustic guitars. When the Beatles' manager Brian Epstein died in 1967, the band had to handle more of their accounting and business affairs concerning Apple Records, which Harrison hated. He wrote Here Comes the Sun after attending a round of business meetings. This song was inspired by the long winters in England, which Harrison thought went on forever. Harrison said, quote, "It was just sunny, and it was all just the release of that tension that had been building up on me," unquote. Harrison said in a 1969 BBC radio interview, quote, "It was just a really nice sunny day, and I picked up the guitar, which was the first time I'd played the guitar for a couple of weeks because I'd been so busy. And the first thing that came out was that song. It just came," unquote. Eric Clapton talks about helping Harrison write the song in the documentary Living in the Material World. He said, quote, "It was one of those beautiful spring mornings. I think it was April. He was just walking around the garden with our guitars. I don't do that, you know. This is what George brought to the situation. He was just a magical guy. We sat down at the bottom of the garden, looking out, and the sun was shining. It was a beautiful morning, and he began to sing the opening lines, and I just watched this thing come to life," unquote. John Lennon was not present for the recording of Here Comes the Sun because he was recovering from a car accident in Scotland at the time of the recording in July 1969. Paul McCartney and Ringo Starr provided drums and bass. When the Beatles' music was finally made available for download on iTunes in 2010, Here Comes the Sun was the top-selling song the first week. He would write a song that would go on to become the most streamed of the entire Beatles catalog, despite the fact it was not released as a single. The Beatles ended their touring after their 1966 U.S. tour, and their only other live show was on the rooftop of the Apple offices, where they performed songs from Let It Be. Here Comes the Sun is from the album Abbey Road. They never had the opportunity to perform any of the songs from Abbey Road in front of a live audience. Over 450 cover versions of Here Comes the Sun. The most famous and biggest cover version is Richie Havens from 1971. The Beatles' producer George Martin was famous for stereo separation when he recorded the Beatles. For example, with Here Comes the Sun starts with the music in the left channel and the vocals in the right. George Harrison died November 29, 2001. He was 58. If you want to hear Here Comes the Sun by the Beatles, click the link in the description box, and like I mentioned, pay close attention to the music in the left channel, vocals in the right. It is so cool. Check out our website, rockmusichistorylesson.com. Like us, share us, and if you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button. And as always, we appreciate you watching Rock Music History Lesson. I'm K.W. King.